So at this moment, we have an enlightening talk about AWS performance testing. How to do it right is what Madhvi and Amrita want to talk about. Uh, do we have both of you here?
Yes, yes, Dipti.
Yes, Madhvi and Amrita, over to you. You guys can start with it. In case if you want to know more about both of them, please connect to them on LinkedIn and visit their LinkedIn profile. Over to you.
Okay. So today Madhvi and I are going to give lightning talk on AWS performance testing and how to do it right. Okay. So in this session we will be covering benefits of using AWS, AWS services used during our assignment, one of the performance testing approach which we have followed, types of tests performed, utility created for test data creation, JMeter use in execution, performance monitoring and tuning with lessons learned. Okay, so to start with, can you move to the next slide? Okay, so why AWS? As you all know, we have many cloud platforms like Google, Microsoft Azure, Alibaba, etc. But AWS continues to be a market share leader, owning 33% of the market share as of October 2020 report. So AWS has benefits like, as mentioned on the slide, it's easy to use, flexible, cost effective, reliable, scalable, and secure as most of the other cloud platforms, but it's still different than other platforms due to more services, and also it has more features in those services, from infra technologies to emerging technologies. Infra technologies, I mean compute, storage, etc. And emerging technologies, I mean uh, machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc. So during our assignment, we have used few of the AWS services like EC2, which is a web service enables you to launch secure and resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Second one is EMR, which is Elastic MapReduce, which is used for processing vast amount of data. S3 bucket, that is a simple storage service, which is an object-based service. We can upload data into the bucket like containers. And Redshift database, which is a type of data warehouse, it analyzes all the data using SQL. We have move on to the next slide. So during our test phases, we have executed load test with normal workload, stress test with future growth workload, and soak test executed over long period of time to validate objectives as mentioned over slide, which is system should be capable enough to handle peak load or future volume growth load. Second one is response time validation against business SLS. And third, we have tested the auto-scaling feature of the AWS. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. The next one. Yeah. So as you all are aware, performance testing needs huge test data creation, which may take a lot of manual efforts. So during our assignment, uh, we had requirement to create 1 million PDF files with specific naming convention. So to simplify this process, we have created one utility using Java in which we have given input as an PDF file and count, that is how many PDFs we want to generate. So using this utility, we have created millions of PDF files within few minutes. This utility can be reused or enhanced as per the requirement. So anyways, we can always go ahead and create some utility or automate the test data creation process to reduce the manual efforts and time and take a free work breaks. Just kidding. So with that said, I will now hand over to Madhvi.
Thanks, Amrita, for the insightful details on the testing approach that we implemented for our application. Moving on further, the next topic of discussion, it is regarding to the tool and the test setup that was used for execution. So as JMeter is an open source tool, it is now widely being used for performance testing due to its easy to use and configurable features as per the requirement. So for our project, as mentioned by Amrita, huge test data was created as an input for the EMR batch processing. So one of the requirements was to upload files to the S3 bucket in a real time to process the data and to search for the uploaded data on the application UI. So to mimic the production scenario, we had installed JMeter on the Amazon EC2 instance for our test execution. Okay, and so moving on to the next slide. So other important factor which we have to consider for performance is the monitoring of the application to analyze the behavior of the application with respect to its capacity. So AWS components monitoring, it was done by the built-in Amazon CloudWatch to collect and track the metrics, and Splunk was used to monitor the application server. Yeah, so one of the important reasons that we do performance testing is to tune the application performance with respect to the real-time user load. So although we have scalable services in AWS which can be configured as per requirements and behavior, but to identify and apply the auto scaling thresholds, we need to performance test the infrastructure. So as you can see on this slide, certain best practices were identified as an outcome of the performance test for our application, which helped in tuning the response time and setting the auto scaling rules wherever applicable. Yeah. So to summarize, obviously every approach has its pros and cons. But we can say that as an outcome of the performance test and tuning changes, it helps in determining the configuration of a particular application based on which we can effectively scale up or scale down the infrastructure as per the traffic or the load on the application. Yeah, so that's it from our end. Thank you all for patiently listening to our lightning talk.